He said make a video. Alright, so I'm over here wheezing. I'm gonna try this one. They barely gave me any butter. And they got the nails to go with it. I don't even know how to eat this thing. Oh, let me get the butter. I got my own special butter right here. Ooh, I'm actually trying it. Oh, I don't. You will eat it like the other way. Nice. I hope my baby don't try to make me throw up. Please don't. Mommy want to enjoy something. I've been trying to eat this for a very long time. And I told myself, if I get pregnant, I want to try it. Jesus answered my prayer. Yo, he's actually pretty good. I ain't there yet. I'll be watching them too hard because they be looking good. Come on, Claw. Mr. Krabs. This is, yeah, crab legs, yeah. Oh, poor guy. Ow! Well, this is for my hair, but you know. I just gotta eat something. No, you better not post this on Facebook, alright? I'm kind of scared. Is there meat in here? Oh yeah, I should talk about something, right? Well, I mean, for starters, I could say I'm pregnant now. I'm 8 weeks. I believe it's 8 weeks, right? It should be, but I didn't get the ultrasound yet. But I went to my doctor in Catskill, like last week, and Thursday they told me my results, and they said I was 7 to 8 weeks. So now, I'm just scared. I'm home, and I can go to a real doctor for my baby, and we can be checked out. And so I'm excited. Yes, Jesus, I'm being a little greedy right now. It's a lot better than I thought. Thought I was gonna have a bad aftertaste or something. And it's not hard to cut either. This is my hair scissors right here. If my baby father was here though. I mean, of course he wasn't gonna come. He's in Job Corps. But the nigga said he'll do a DNA test, so I'm like, alright. I don't know what you're doing a DNA test for, but okay. and was 9 weeks pregnant. First thing he said to me was, "It's not mine. I can't have kids." And he said, then he said, "Be honest. Did you have sex with somebody else?" And then when I told him I did, then he started venting, saying all this extra shit. Like, his feelings was hurt. Now he probably like, "Well, let me go get some." 'Cause apparently he don't leave the room. But I can see that happening though. He's a quiet kid. But I just hope he comes around and actually says, "Hey, let's be a father. Or let's be a family." You're gonna have no choice when it's born. You're gonna pay something or you're gonna wanna see them. I'm sure you are. Because he didn't know he didn't have kids. So, I mean, hey, I would come. This is the last one. But next time he come, I mean, if he does come, if he wants to come home for Christmas or something, he know where to go. Cause he ain't got nowhere to go, so by default, he gonna have to come here. And he told me he would move with me. He said after Job Corps, if I need a place to stay, you can live. I'll move in with you. No, I didn't know I was pregnant though. And I think this was before I probably got pregnant, or I probably was pregnant. But it takes about a week to get pregnant. I mean, you're pretty much already pregnant when you have sex, but you know, the way the reproductive system works. Oh, well, of course you're not gonna know, baby, because you don't know yet. But, well, you're gonna know because you're gonna be old enough to watch this. Oh, I got a first video for my baby, Lil Mukbang. Oh, thank you, friend. Sorry. When you get older, we gonna eat this together. Girl or boy. I hope it's a boy. I've been praying for a boy for years. No offense. I'm sorry, kid, but I do want a boy. They gave me all this and couldn't give me all the legs. Let me put some butter on it. I did it. And this is actually very good. There we go. Just pull it out. No. This one already got some of the meat still in there, so I'm gonna just. Ooh, that hurt. Nice. Mommy's new thing is crab legs. Mommy's not a fan of crab legs years ago. But mommy ain't gotta eat it all the time either. It look like the videos. Like they be really messing it up. I be like, that look good. Like the way they be eating it. I'm like, oh, I want some. They made me hungry for like God knows how long I've been watching them jokes. I mean, not that long, but long enough to be like, all right, now just order some. Jesus, bro, you funny. Cause he was saying you got one more in there, hungry ass. Well, not saying hungry ass, but you know, I'm pretty sure you could probably say ass in heaven though. Not like he really mean it like in a bad way. You know, words are words for a reason. Not everyone's okay, but it's the last one. Woo. This was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed that. Soaked it all up in butter. Mm-hmm. Father, thank you. I really enjoyed that. When I was little, he told me he tried get me half crab legs. So I was like 3 or something with my mom. Just because I'm in my house, don't mean I got napkins, right? They just handing you stuff like, here, take it. You know what? All right, so mommy got some pasta, but I'm gonna go get a spoon because I don't have it, and I done spilled it all over me. But that drink is good, bro. All right, I'm ready. They got biscuits too. Mommy's back. I ain't been here that long, so don't look at me like, why don't you got a bed? It's at home in Catskill, okay? I know you're gonna say something. It's about thirsty ass. Yeah, you can say that. But this got this weird smell. I think that's what I was smelling. It was a little too strong, but we gonna give it a go. Oh, you could at least see it. It's Alfredo. You can't really see it, but you know. So yeah. So I'm gonna tell you the story how I met your father. Um. All right. So this is gonna get interesting. I'm gonna tell you my whole Job Corps story too. All right. So not the whole story. 'Cause that's for another video. But here's the first one. So I was in Job Corps. I was dating this one boy named Kyle. Well, he looked at as we were talking. We were dating. If you were fucking me raw, you were having sex. You're my boyfriend. And so next you know, Christian he like walks in like I just saw him I just saw a shiny ass jacket. I'm like, ooh, he look good, and he actually looked good. And he just stood out. I'm sure everybody saw him. I'm sure people thought he was cute and everything. Some people probably thought he didn't, or just wanted to see how he was. You know, like some people gotta hang around you long enough and watch you to see like how you are. So apparently this nigga ain't never seen me. I walked past him mad times, like you know damn well he see me, but whatever. And but I'm dating Kyle, so I couldn't really do anything about it. But he saw me looking at him, and he saw me like looking at him and whatever. But I'm like, shit, you looking at other girls, I don't care what you say. But I really didn't have interest in him like that. I just thought he was cute. Every time I saw him, like, yo, he is so sexy, and I like would see him a lot. And he'd be playing basketball with like Kyle and stuff, and they would play basketball together, and he looked so good to me. And I was like, yo, he is so sexy. He is. Your father look good. And then eventually, like COVID happened. COVID is like this disease that the government trying to get us to control our population and stuff. So they killed a lot of people who have immune deficiencies and who have asthma, allergies, and they just can't breathe. So it locks up your chest. If you already can't breathe, you're dead. You know, so it hits you 10 times worse than someone who doesn't have it. They say it feels like needles are in your chest or something. But I mean, God is good. I'm sure He wouldn't just hand me a baby and then kill me. Think about it. You know, God is good. You know, and so I've been praying for this for a while, and I'm like, God, I want to have a baby before COVID gets crazy. Like, not even saying it to just trap someone. It's just really because, like, yo, like, I know the way this world is going. Like, can you give me a kid before it gets worse? Because it's not gonna get any better, and I'm not gonna get the chance to experience that. I want a kid. I've been asking God for years, can I have a baby? This is my first kid, so I get one. But um, whew, thank you, Lord, because I've been feeling like I've been sick. So for a while, that COVID thing, and they ended up giving us apartments. I already was working, so since I was working, I got to stay where I was working at. All I had to do was get out of my apartment, go down the hill, and go to work. Same with Christian. Christian's your father. And Ryan. Ryan, I was in his class, so I didn't interest him like that. I just thought Christian was so good looking. And God delivered Christian to me, bro. And I mean, he did. Like, I was looking at him like, oh, he look good. I want to talk to him one day, you know, see how he is, whatever. Because Kyle, he's getting on my damn nerves, and I just knew he was not fully interested. I wasn't stupid. I just was just playing the part. And then it got rough trying to play the part when I really didn't want to stay there, you know? And finally, I actually really meet Christian because now it's only 3 of us still on campus. And now that we're waiting to go to where they told us to go. There was a, hey, do you want to have housing? Because we know your situation's not the best and you have a job here. Do you want to stay? I said, yeah. And so I stayed. I didn't know who stayed with me. I was the only girl. So God knew what He was doing. He wouldn't give me a free apartment. A nigga. That's bad to say, but a free apartment and a nigga. Like, and the thing is, I wouldn't even hang out with him like that. Like, I would be in my own place the whole time, talking on the phone, like, just talking to God, whatever. Like, I don't even gotta be on the phone, whatever. I'm just chilling. But Ryan and Christian, they roomed together, and they hated each other. But then it took him 2 months to actually get up and get the courage to come over. I know he just wanted sex, but he got my number like the first week, and we texted whatever. And he was using God to get in my pants. I'm not stupid. I know. I wanted some sex too, but at the same time, we also know, like, okay, we both know who Jesus is, so that's a plus. And where I am in life, I can't just say no. I'm gonna keep my legs closed. Like, it's not that easy, because when you're a female and you're used to doing something, and it's not even about being a female or just being a male. It's just when you're a human being and you're used to a repetitive sin, you can't break out of the habits by yourself. Okay, so seeing that I saw him, shoot, I stayed in a toxic relationship pretty much, and that was the mentality that I always learned. So I couldn't help but like actually want to talk to him, this and that, because I knew there's a bed right here. He's gonna want to have sex with me. I'm not stupid. But I wanted it too. But at the same time, I didn't want him to come on so strong the way he did, because he came on a little too strong, and it was many times he came on strong where I had to really like slow him down and settle him down and be like, no, you can't do like that. That would be considered rape if I felt like he was doing that. But I let him know, and I talked to him about it. Like, I see him as a good kid, so I didn't really look at him like anything bad, but I would joke fun of it sometimes because he would do too much sometimes. Like, he would come over and be ready and be on it, and I'm like, but I don't want any right now. And so he would be like laying there waiting. And he'll be waiting for hours type of thing. Like, you live right next to me. I mean next to me, like If my bed is right here, this is where, at the end of the bed right here, is where my wall is to the outside, but the door is right there, straight across, where my closet is or whatever. Bro, I kid you not, where my door is, where he goes out, it was a diagonal, and his head lined up with my head. Once I realized where he was sleeping, I'm like, oh, I'm sleeping next to this nigga, like literally sleeping with him. I'm like, what the hell? That's weird. And Jesus ordained this. I didn't plan this. So Jesus knows what he's doing, you know? So he just placed me in Job Corps. He told me to go there. When I did, I went. If I would have never listened to him and his voice, I wouldn't be where I am today. If I would have never went to Job Corps, I would have never got out here. I have my own apartment. This is my second apartment. I'm 21, but I had two apartments, age of 21. One was for free, and the other one was given to me. God ordained it. He planned it. I wasn't supposed to get this place. Um, I'm not the best at saving, and at the time I wasn't saving correctly. And when I needed to give them their money, they didn't. They said no, I can't have the apartment. Sorry, you gotta be whatever. You can't do this. And then out of nowhere, they were like, we didn't take your name off the thing. Do you still want this place? And I moved in. I'm like, oh, okay. And then they tried to get me to pay rent on it first. Like, I didn't just pay them mad bread. No, you're gonna wait. I just moved here. I ain't that rich. But they don't know that, though. And with COVID going on, like, my pockets ain't the best. But I really don't have money to support anything. So it's like, I'm just not good at saving. But now that I have a kid, I have no choice. Literally, no choice. And that's fine because I need to learn how to budget anyway. I could even get food stamps or stuff like that, but if the government's giving it out right now, you can take advantage of that stuff because they can't really control anything you do. Because if I get a business going, they're not going to be aware of me running a business. I could keep food stamps for as long as I want, probably. The way I'm talking in my mind. They wouldn't know. But I'm not going to do that though. Once I get where I need to be, I'm going to get off that assistance. But other than that, I think I'm going to join the assistance because it's there. This place here, they're offering assistance. They keep racking up my bill. I'm like, bro, like, you just know I moved in here, and if you want me to pay the bill, stop adding money to it. You obviously want me to pay the bill, right? And you know I'm going through something. Don't do that. But yeah, um, he told me he couldn't have kids. But I think the reason why he couldn't have kids was saying that so he could have sex raw. But if you know you can't have kids and you have sex raw, you know there's a thing called pre-ejaculation. That's before you actually ejaculate in the woman to get them pregnant. That's all sex is about, to get someone pregnant. But we just do it just to have sex and to have fun. But in reality, it's a price you gotta pay because here you are. But what I'm saying is like, he used that to get in my pants. I mean, I wanted to have it like that too because sometimes the condoms they're uncomfortable. So I said okay. But when he said that, I was like, I'm a little iffy on it. But if I don't get pregnant, I don't. And I wouldn't get pregnant, you know. But all of a sudden I was pregnant. I'm like, whoa, like there's no, I'm not. Like I'm almost 9 weeks pregnant, and I had sex 6 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I was, like, and if I was 7 weeks pregnant, well, guess what? It takes a week to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So it's obviously his, and he just doesn't want to accept it. Well, you came to me, kid, you know? So it's just weird how he's treating me like that. So he's not being the best father at the moment. He asked, he told me he can't have kids. He said this on the phone. He can't have kids, so it's not mine. First thing he said is not mine. I can't have kids. Be honest, did you have sex with somebody else? And I said, yeah. Well, it's trash, this and that. I didn't have fun. He was just doing that to be spiteful. I'm like, what? Like, you came to me. You came to me. I didn't come to you. Because when we first got the keys to our apartments, I'm standing there. I'm ready to leave the room because this nigga was staring me down. Like, he was ready to get my pants the first day. Like, he was already planning to get my pants. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know if he was thinking he wanted to trap me. I don't know if he wanted to have sex. I didn't know what he wanted to do. But he would probably were thinking he wanted to get me pregnant or something. Because I don't know. Because, I mean, he came over so much. And then when I offered to go get a condom, he didn't want to do that. So it was like, why do you want to? He said, that's too far. No, you want to get me pregnant or something, obviously. And it's just weird. And the more he came over, I started realizing, I'm not going to say he was whipped, but he was actually more like, he actually was able to, like, calm down and not be like, I got to go over to get sex and leave. Like, it just wasn't happening. He would come over and actually come over for hours, and we would just hang out. And like, he got like so vulnerable that I actually got to like really look in his eyes, like look into his soul, read him. Like, he actually like really like I was able to hold him, like. But then like when he started to see, like, I started liking him. Like, the thing is, like, since he came on to me, you can tell when guys are being vulnerable and letting their guard down and feel safe. Like, he felt that way. And then when I started showing him a little emotion towards him, because I already knew he was trying to play me. I had my wall up the whole time, but he actually was really, you can tell he was being genuine. And he just don't want to get hurt or something. And we talked about like relationships like a few times. So I was not always asking, but I would ask him like a few times, be like, well, you come over a lot. Like, you must like me or something. Like, you have to. You wouldn't come over to just lay there and fall asleep and then wake up and go back over there. You wouldn't just take a shower in my shower. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do all this stuff at your house. You could get some sex, get up and leave. If he really wanted that type of energy to be on him, he could have did that. But he realized I wasn't letting him go that easy. Like, if you come over here to have sex with me, you're gonna sit here till I'm ready, because this is my body. And he caught on to that, so he was pretty much trapped. You know, like, you can't. It was either you show that you just want sex for the moment and leave, and I'll know and not fuck you again. And that's what he probably thought. But he obviously wanted to play the part. He actually came over and we sat down and actually really talked. And he actually opened up to me about different things that he don't just tell anybody. He won't even tell his friends some of the things he probably told me. And he told me about his mother and father situation. Um, like, he really like, and he even told me, like, he told me and got vulnerable with it. Like, he actually really told me. So I'm like, why are you acting funny now? Like, we had nothing but good vibes the whole entire time. Like, we actually genuinely kicked it. It was face to face. It was pure. But of course, you being sex and wanting sex and being horny and all that stuff, it messed it up a little bit. But we were able to still keep it going. Like, okay, we can actually speak. Like, I can call you and you can come over. Like, it wouldn't be no funny vibes. But when I started to want his attention a little more, I would call him, and he would still come, and he would still come over, and then we would hang out. But then he started getting weird, and he wouldn't want to hold me as much. I would like lay on him and ask him to hold me, and he wouldn't even hold me. I'm like, the fuck? But he would jump in the bed, lay there, and get comfy. Like, yeah, this is my place, type of thing. Cause he was right though, he was. So I'm like, all right, I give it to you, because ain't nobody else coming over here. And then he would ask me like if I was messing with Claude and stuff. Claude, he was a kid who had a car, and they would take us to Walmart and stuff. And he was actually pretty cool. And so at one point, he asked me, like, he looked at my phone, and he started feeling some type of way. And I'm like, what What you feeling some type of way for? I'm not fucking him. And he got a little upset. He actually like started showing his emotions. Like he started to like me. And I'm like, what the hell this nigga acting like this for? All of a sudden he likes me? Because he was always coming over for sex, so I didn't see him liking me at all. I held my guard up very well. I'm so proud of myself. Mama's proud of herself. Because that nigga, he was thirsty. Now, I never said I didn't call him over. I did. But he would do too much. He would act like he was too good to lay up and stuff. He's like do cute things. Like he couldn't. He's like he was too good for that. When knowing he wanted to, it's just he didn't want to commit. Talking about he's not loyal. Motherfucker, we're not anywhere special. You can be loyal. You just don't want to right now. But you want to have sex though, right? So either you fuck with me and be in a relationship with me, or get away from me. Why are you coming in my room? Because there was a time where I would close the door in his face, and he would do stuff to play to get in my face, just so he can hug me, and so he can feel my body, get me horny and wet. And it wouldn't work, but, you know, I would still kick him out after. Seriously, like, he would be that annoying. But I mean, like, it's only because he wanted some. I'm sure I'm on his mind as much as he is on my mind. It's just he has not let it sit in that he's having my kid. I think he won't call me. Well, because I told him to stop talking to me and leave me alone, block me, this and that. And I tried my best to get him to block my number because I was harassing him because he was pissing me off. Like, I made him mad when we were driving one day, but then he made me mad. So we were just going back and forth, making each other mad at the last minute. So he remembers that, and he's feeding off of that. So that's why he's acting like this right now. Other than that, he would have been calling and texting me. What? I mean, for the welfare of the child, but he wouldn't just be calling me all the time. But because when we were, like, living with each other pretty much, he was, like, right there. I didn't need to call him and text him all the time because I knew I was going to be able to see him. But yeah, let mama eat and talk to you later.